back in the garden and we've got some growth. I didn't have any casualties this week. I don't know what I want to update on, but yeah, let's just get into it.
So I took a second to watch my old videos and I realized that I used to record and then do my voiceovers, and I think I'm gonna go back to that. So there's the lemongrass. It's growing a lot. And then, are you ready? Do you see what it is? Guess what it is? Chives! They're chives. I was super excited about these because I planted them from seed, and I don't get to do that very often. Here are chocolate sprinkles. Look at how much taller it's gotten. I ended up leaving the flowers on it that I said I was going to cut off the other day, but I think it'll be fine. It's gotten a lot taller. I took a minute to take all the flowers off of this right before recording, but it was covered in flowers, and there is a small shishito on the pepper plant. More lemongrass, and here is the first of the two heirlooms that I have. And then over here we have the second one. This one's also getting pretty tall, so that's awesome. I just realized you can probably hear my Discord call in the background, so I apologize for that. The summer squash is doing really great. Little baby summer squash, look at him. Very cute. And then moving on to the front here. I said there was no casualties, and I was promptly corrected. Look at that. My gladiolus has been terrorized by this darn rabbit, and I was checking to see if there was any growth on the other two on that side. I forgot to check on the other side. The lemon basil smells so good. This is how big it's gotten. And then the nasturtium is blooming. Look at that. Well, it's not blooming yet, but you know what I mean. This celosia was completely torn out of the ground, and I tried my best to smush it back in there. This one's still okay. And then over here we have the second squash plant. And I've got, I want to say 2 little squashes growing on it already. We'll see if they survive. Sometimes they don't really survive when the plant is this young. And the plant itself is really strong, so that's good. This poblano has started reaching for the sky. Look at that. It's very cute. And then the serrano pepper is bouncing back from the nibbles off the top. And over here, I planted, I want to say it's a Suyong cucumber. It's a Chinese cucumber. They're very, very long. And I'm really excited that they're actually growing. I wasn't expecting it to grow this quickly. I literally just planted those maybe 2 days before I recorded this. The cucamelon has started wrapping itself on the arch, and I could not be more excited. Look at this little tendril just reaching up and grabbing things. Very nice. And then on this side, I have the sugar peas. Yes, sugar peas. Not a very good shot of that. Nice one, Adeline. And moving on to this side, this celosia is bouncing back a little bit. And I realized that this one is actually still attached. It's just laying down. the nasturtium on this side isn't as big as the one on the other side. And then the basil is getting nice and bushy. I think I need to trim the top off. This clematis is actually coming back. Look at that little spike. So real quick, while I was recording, I realized that I didn't record the cucumbers at all. So let's take a second. Oh, and they're gone. Here's how much the patty pan has grown since I decided to leave it in there. Very good. And then look at those cucumbers. Look. Here's the scorpion pepper. And the jalapeno. The jalapeno's looking pretty good, but yeah. And then my super secret plants that I planted in the pots, are also onions. Little onion. So these are actually red onions. And I planted a lot of them. My friend from work gave them to me, and she said not to plant them in the ground because they will spread and I will never get rid of them, which honestly, I don't mind. Here I have my strawberry plants. The color wasn't looking too good from the back there, but it focused and looks much better now. I picked 3 strawberries for Finn this morning. Finn is my son. And he loved them, so I have to be careful not to leave him unattended by the strawberry plants because he will pick them clean. But that's kind of the point of them. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I did plant some tomatoes. Oh my god, I keep saying tomatoes. I planted some potatoes up here. And I didn't think they were going to grow, and they're already growing really, really quickly. The alyssum is really doing its thing over here. I don't know how long it takes for the flowers to come in, but I've got a lot. This is the other batch of strawberries that I have. And there's some berries already over here. Look at that little baby strawberry. It's so cute. And then here we have the snapdragons. There's a lot in that cell over there. And then there's more over here. And then cilantro started popping up in each one of my cells, and I'm very excited about it. This one's the oldest one, so it's got like the actual cilantro leaves instead of like the starter leaves like this. That one also has a little bit of cilantro leaves, and I'm just very excited to have my herbs growing. And I had to focus in on this strawberry here because it was really cute. So that's what we've got going on in the garden. And here's what my tower looks like from a distance.
So I forgot to water the garden for the last like 2 days, and luckily it is raining now. And I finally am revealing that the plants in the pots are green onions. So that's what those are. They were a gift and surprise for my partner Brian. And they're growing really well. Super excited about that. And then the strawberries seem to be doing really, really well. I already went over all of this. I don't know why I'm babbling now, but thank you for watching. Okay, love you. Bye.